Hey guys, this is Clay with 505 Motorsports. Just wanted to reach out to you on a rainy New Mexico day. Never rains in New Mexico. Here we are doing a live little broadcast on this 70 Cuda, Plymouth Cuda. Just wanted to reach out. Stay tuned. I'm going to introduce 5 features of this beautiful car here. We'll count them down to the number 1, so stick around. We'll get back and let you check out my favorite feature of this 70 Cuda. So if you dig cars like I do, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any upcoming videos. So I want to start with my 5th favorite feature of this car. This car has been converted to a Phytec fuel injection system. So anybody who's ever had a 440 6-pack carburetor system on this car understands making these 3 carburetors work together in sequence is quite a challenge. The fact that we have these 3 carburetors for this car really brings value to this. This car would have left the factory with the 6-pack on top of the 440. Very difficult to calibrate them, make this car run properly. So what has been done to this car is a previous owner added the Phytec fuel injection system. It's a computerized fuel injection system, just as if you bought a brand new car off a showroom floor. Turn the key, you hear the fuel pumps kick on, you no longer have to pump the gas pedal, wait for it to warm up, hope the chokes kick in. You have to worry about everything running in sequence. Get in the car, drive it down the road. Fantastic to make this an everyday driving car, and the fact that we're holding on to these carburetors for the next owner really keeps the value high for this car. My 4th favorite feature of this Plymouth Cuda is the pistol grip shifter. So for obvious reasons, Plymouth decided to call this the pistol grip shifter. Pistol grip, right there, thumb as if you're pulling a trigger. When you're really getting on these gears, 1st through 4th, you can really get a good grip, slam it 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Everything about it's super cool. Pistol grip shifter. My 3rd favorite feature of this Plymouth Cuda is the documentation and history that we have on this car. So for anybody that knows much about historical values of the old school cars, this is what I like to call the birth certificate. This is the broadcast sheet that would have gone down the assembly line with the car when it was built. So as the car rolled down the assembly line, this sat right on the car. As it went to each different department on the assembly line, based on the codes that were on this broadcast sheet, the guys on the assembly line knew exactly what parts go on this car. We not only have the original broadcast sheet that was found underneath the passenger seat, we have the original owner's manual on the car, and there are multiple points of documentation on this car that has the VIN numbers matching everything on the broadcast sheet. So you have VIN number on the engine, the transmission, there's a cal tag VIN number, there's a VIN number on the inside of the radiator support, there's a VIN number stamped into the trunk area underneath the weather stripping. Everything matching what this car came with originally out of the factory in 1970. This brings a lot of value to this car. This here makes this car prove that it is what everybody says it is, an original 70 Cuda. My 2nd favorite feature of this 70 Cuda is obviously the body style. So in 1970, this was a new body style that only lasted for 2 years, 1970 and 71. So irregardless of which of the 5 motors you got in this car, the body style was the same. So in 71, you would have seen slats right here down the fender, which basically look like shark gills. That was the easiest way to denote the 70 and the 71 E-body cars. Beautiful cars. The grills are basically the same. In 70, they changed it up. They went with different headlights, but the panels themselves still stayed the same. A timeless look, 70-71 Cuda. Everybody knows this car. Just by when it comes down the road, you're gonna know this is an E-body Cuda. So my number 1 favorite feature in the rain on this 70 Plymouth Cuda 440 has to be the 440 6-pack engine. Out of the factory, they rated this engine at 385 horsepower. Anybody that knew these cars knew that that was an underrated value. These have been reported up to 450, close to 500 horsepower right out of the factory. So under this shaker, which is pretty rare to have a shaker on your 440 car, is 3 carburetors set up on top of the intake manifold. This one has been converted over to the Phytech fuel injection system like we discussed earlier. The distributor's been changed out on this one just to give it a little more streetable drive. We do have the factory distributor that goes with this, as well as the 6-pack carburetors. So 440 V code, doesn't get much better than that. If you can find a Hemi, you're well into the $500,000, $1 million range if you find a Hemi Cuda. So this is by far my favorite part of this. Thanks for checking out my top 5 features of this 70 Cuda. Make sure you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any upcoming videos. We're gonna hit the road. Take care.